Okay, welcome everyone. Some of you may not know what I'm hyped about. You may not have seen the videos where I've mentioned it. Arknights just started its Rainbow Six Colab today. I have waited all year for this, and technically I've waited 3 years for this because they did a different Rainbow Six Colab about a month before I started playing the game. And I was bummed that I missed out on those characters, because like, I started this game early enough that I have the goal of collecting every character in the game, and it's actually a realistic goal for me to some degree. So far, I have not missed anything that was limited time, except for that Rainbow Six collab. But it came back, and it was announced to be coming back last year. Or maybe it was like super early this year. I don't know. But either way, it came back with a new one, and they're rerunning the old one after this one. Plus, it's a collaboration with Rainbow Six, one of the most well-known franchises, as well as one of the most well-known competition games out there. I'm just stoked. Plus, these characters are super unique. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying. Let's load up the game and get into it. I have intentionally not played this at all today, so that I can do everything on stream.
Arknights. Ah, Doctor. Yes, some things never change.
There we go. We've got our free 10 draw. We've got the daily login rewards, which comes with another 10 draw at day 8. Cool. I don't think that's common. And we've got some backgrounds and stuff to fix up. On that note, let's change the music. This music's not really appropriate for this, I think. Business? Maybe. Celebration? I do really like this one. This was a really chill tune. Clear Sky? Clear Sky is another really nice one. What about Wild Forest? Oh my gosh, there's 2 more on here. What the heck? Of course, I need it to complete Expeditioner for this one. Ooh, I haven't heard this song before. What about Prestige? Oh, wait a minute. It says buy a safety drill memorial pack in store. I can go get that. Alright. Cool. Let's check out the mail. Got some draw materials. Announcements just stating that everything's here. Okay, load this one, please. Galeria Christoa. That's not how that's pronounced, but that's how it reads to English speaking. Cool. Do we have new voices? No. What is this? Oh! She's got a module now. What's stage 3 effects do? Reveals invisible enemies within range. That's really handy. Not a lot of units that can do that. Can use an even stronger mobile riot shield that lasts for 60 seconds. The mobile riot shield can only be deployed in the 4 tiles adjacent to Jessica, and when deployed, Jessica immediately turns to face the shield and increases the defense of herself and units behind her by 15%. Cool. I never did actually change my background. But hey, let's go in the store quick. Safety Drill Memorial Pack. There it is. Let's see. I'm debating whether or not I can buy this without exposing crucial details. Maybe I'll boot it all up on my phone briefly to buy everything and then bring the game back. Let's see, Corvus Bulwark. What's this one got? Oh, it's just an icon and then some Arundum. That explains why it's only $1. Tactical equipment. 2 more 10-roll permits. Alright, we got some good stuff in the store. How about outfits? Ooh! I will take each of these. Thank you very much. Say hello to Ella, the 6-star of this event. A set of clothes that Ella bought at the market, light and comfortable. It's her favorite outfit in the safe house. She particularly likes how the local hat looks on her. Cool. Here we got the Frenchman Doc. He's a Frenchman, right? I think he is. Picked by Doc, based on practical requirements, offering protection against wind, dust, and cold as he goes to the next place that needs him. Of that, there is never a shortage. Dude's carrying a heck of a sword. We got Iana. Mirror Maze, cool name. Iana's casual outfit for her free time. She has changed into a pair of shorts, hoping that the sun here is different. Perhaps she will not need her hood. I guess she's sensitive to light or something? I don't actually know much about these characters. Good ol' Ash, the original 6-star from the first event. This outfit, handpicked by Ash herself, emphasizes both disguisability and sportiness. A specially made hat conceals Ash's identity, facilitating intelligence gathering and related work. I guess it hides her identity because it gives her ears, which she doesn't have. Not in that sense, anyway. And Tachanka, perhaps the goofiest looking. Just because the guy is supposed to be huge, but they made him chibi. A set of tactical armor that consists of the helmet Tachanka picked from the Lord of Long Springs collection, and a modified set of standard-issue battle armor. It has exceptional defensive capabilities, which is further topped off with an imposing appearance that can be seen from afar. Dude looks a little bit like just a super beefy combat medic, but digging the helmet. Alright. Let's get into the dailies, and then we'll hop into the real fun.
Pleasure to meet you, Chief. I am Shaw of the Lungman Fire Department, reporting for duty.
This part always takes a little bit.
Reporting in. I'm sorry.
I'm Melenta.
Maybe I should have done everything earlier today like I normally do, but I don't know, this felt special. I wanted to try and be special with it. My chat is oddly silent. How unfortunate. I was hoping I'd have more people popping in tonight. I know I've got someone coming in later. I do believe it's also been a fair while since I streamed Arknights.
There's a tune lingering in my head, and I refuse to go to sleep before I can express it.
I didn't pay attention to what clues are on the board. 4, 5, and 7 are what I need. Let's toss in a whole Hayek. Why not?
Excuse me, are we accommodating a mercenary here? Or is this how Rhodes Island welcomes their senior consultant?
Ooh, I love this icy modern feel.
Beep beep, Justice Knight
The
has
what
plenty of
feel?
things to do here.
Icy modern? Was she saying she loves how cold and mechanical everything feels?
カフェインのおかげですよ。
This room. Ugh. It's like it's designed to make me sleepy.
Just give me a dark corner.
Pardon my silence, everyone. There's really not much to say at the moment. I'm just kind of picking random people in a specific order
Maintaining a dedicated
and
room is a show
tossing
of
them in.
respect. I see.
This place hasn't been redecorated even once this whole time.
That's weird. I don't remember her putting her in first. You know what? I'll keep her there for now. Nope, never mind. It's not gonna remind me that her trust is at maximum, so I guess who should go up there next? Oh, it's not going to show me their trust. Viviana could go up there. I've had a Helliger for a while, but I pretty much never use him. He is super outperformed by modern ops. But who's someone I actually use? Let's put Dusk up there.
Do not bother preparing the room for me.
Oh, and then I can put someone else in here.
We have to use
I'm a little
copiers
intrigued she
here.
wasn't already in the
That's
list.
obnoxious.
Wait a minute. Oh, and there's a few fatigued operators in here. Boop, boop. Wait. Only 4? It was supposed to be 5. The frick? Well, let's bring the siblings in.
Rhodes Island's interior. I'm lost as to whether I should say it's reminiscent or curious.
Rest? It's too early for me. I just swapped to the newest and...
Is there a soundproof room here? My fingers are itching for guitar strings so bad.
The wiring in this room's terrible. Who did this? I'm gonna sort everything out here. This thing's super fluffy. Lying on it's gonna feel great.
All right.
Ah, Doctor. Yes, some things never change.
Okay. Now with all that done, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull the game up on my phone. I'm going to buy some of the packs in the store. And then I'll reconnect the game. on my computer here. It's gotta boot up on my phone and install the files and stuff. So this will take just a second. Operation Lucent Arrowhead, huh? I forgot that's what was. That's why I don't usually name these episodes after the events, is because I never remember what the event is called until I'm actually playing it. I usually care less about the name of the event and more about what it contains. As you really should, most of the time. Though I do love a good name, don't get me wrong. Another special thing tonight, I'm thinking of going through the entire first mission, cutscenes and all, because I really want to see how this version of the crossover works. The first crossover had the characters actually ending up in the world of Arknights. I want to see how these characters end up here. Okay, popping into the store on my phone right now. Pardon the silence again.
Not a word needed. It's always so tranquil by your side.
Okay. And now, rebooted on PC.
Arknights.
Ah, Doctor.
And we're back.
Yes. Some things never change.
Now I can change the background to the cool one. Let's change assistant at least temporarily. Let's see who's a good one here. Why not Jessica?
While you're out,
She suits the vibe of this place.
documents on your desk for you. It shames me to admit it, but
And now I have a bunch more draw materials. This music is sick. All right, let's do the draws. It's time. Can we get? Is it only 3? I guess the 4th one is from the mission, and maybe that was the case with the other one as well. Oh well. $5 stars. Oh, and there are about 4 characters in, it looks like.
I am Shaw of the Ludman Fire Department reporting for duty.
My code name is Beagle. I know I didn't do very well on my assessment.
This music's great. I'm loving this.
What's wrong? Your face is beet red. That's just how...
Codename Iana, Team Rainbow. There's a lot of intel we can share with each other.
We got Iana in the first 10 pull. Awesome. I don't remember what Iana is like, build-wise. 110 attempts guaranteed. If you've got the resources or the money to shell out that many draw attempts, you are guaranteed to get Ella. I really hope I don't need that many. I've got 6 of those? Gosh dang. Another 5-star set. All the way at the back, so I'll go ahead and hit skip. And we got Docs. We already got the other 2. We gonna get lucky and get Ella in the 3rd? Oh, we might. Oh, we got 2 5-stars in here too. Goodness.
Hi, I'm Spot from Operation Reserve Team A6. My job is to protect the other troublemakers on my team.
We need more new characters that are just furries.
My name is Plume.
Specifically lizards. We've got 2 lizards in Rhodes Island, and both of them are like bottom level. And we've never gotten any new ones. It's really weird. Hey there, Anna. Glad you finally made it. They said I like the gacha animation for this. Yeah, it's pretty much any gacha has to have a good gacha animation, but this one's nice and simple. I'm still digging this music. And we got Ella! I got 1 new character in each of 3 pulls in a row. I don't know that could go more perfect without getting all of them in 1 pull. I'm gonna turn this up on my end a little more, just because this music's great. Well, sweet! Got Iana in the first pull, Daka in the second one, and Ella in the 3rd. That's pretty lucky, pretty awesome, and I've still got plenty of materials left for the next event. So here's a hint to how terrible the world of this game is, how rough and tumble it is. This character is like 8.
Codename Duck, Team Rainbow. I'll protect you.
Oh yeah, he's French. Quite a raspy voice though, I wasn't expecting that. I wonder if the voices are the same as they are in Rainbow Six. I would be very surprised if they're not. Are we gonna get Iana at the end of this? We're gonna get all 3 in the same pull.
I'll be in charge of managing yours and every operator's house. Hi! I'm Cruz.
Oh my gosh! Yes! If this had been my first pull, it would have been the most incredible first pull ever in this game. Now, granted, 5 stars are much easier to get than 6 stars, but getting all 3 of the new characters in the same pull is wild. Hold on, can I screenshot that? I don't know if that'll work. Hold on, I'm gonna do something. Alright. Anna said, is she good? And that is crazy, you got them all that quick. Which one are you referring to? Which she? Iana? I don't know. I assume she is, but I haven't tried any of these characters yet. I know Ella is at least interesting, if not really good, because she works... She's a specific type of operator that we don't have a lot of. And she works a bit differently from the rest of them as well. But that's what I'm going to find out today, is if these characters are any good. And for anyone curious, here are the regular recurring characters that are available during this time. Mountain is a decent one. Baseline might be the most interesting one you'll want to get if you don't have Nightshade. Excuse me, if you don't have Nightshade, you might want to go for Baseline, because he and Nightshade, I think, are the only two characters in the game that can create arts barriers. Alright. So Iana is a doll keeper. Admittedly, I don't use doll keepers much. I very much prefer fast redeploys over doll keepers. When switching to a substitute, immediately deals 260% of attack as physical damage to the attacker of the holographic mirage, as well as the enemies around them. Gemini Replicator. When deployed, creates a holographic mirage at that location. The mirage will not attack, but when attacked, nullifies the attacker's invisibility for 6 seconds, and immediately switches to a substitute. Hold on a second. Let me reread that, because that's messing with my head a little bit. So I'm guessing Iana herself is the substitute, and her initial deployment is her mirage. So most substitutes, the whole deal is that they work normally, but when they die, they go into substitute mode, which has its own effects, but you can't do anything with it other than pull it out of the mission until like after like 20 seconds or something. Then they redeploy as the original character. It's basically like substitution in the Pokemon games. It looks like this character works a bit differently. She deploys a Mirage on first deployment, and when the Mirage attacks, it swaps to her as the substitute. At least that's what I'm assuming as to how this works. Very interesting. And let's check this stuff out. Claire McConnell. No other voice options. Only English. That's very interesting. That I'm willing to bet that's her voice actress for Rainbow Six, and that's why they did that. Name, Iana. Gender, female. Combat experience, undisclosed. Weird. Usually they say redacted or something like that, but these say undisclosed. Place of birth, undisclosed. Date of birth, August 27th. Weird that they have the same calendar now that I think about it. Race, undisclosed, because they are human. Just direct, normal human, which is not really a thing in the world of Arknights. Except maybe the Doctor himself. A member of Team Rainbow, Iana is confident, determined, and curious. In addition to her weapon, Iana also uses the Gemini Replicator to create a holographic projection identical to herself, both for intelligence gathering and decoy purposes. I have to wonder what the holographic decoy does for intelligence gathering. Well, alright. She sounds really neat.
Have you considered holographic recordings?
Holographic recordings? She sounds like me, as far as, like, attitude toward learning mediums. Her second skill that she can learn immediately nullifies the invisibility of enemies around for 8 seconds and switches to a substitute. Gains plus 200 attack speed and invisibility over the skill duration. Man, they're really tackling invisible enemies with this bunch. This is great. But I'm not going to promote her just yet. I'll level this up, though. Next up, Doc. Let's see. Okay, he's an instructor. We don't get a lot of instructors. They're not very popular. I have to wonder if Doc might be different, if he might be the first instructor I actually find a use for. Field Medic, max HP plus 3%, attacks ignore, 30 defense. Ooh, that's interesting. Immediately heals self by 100% of attack, afterwards attack interval slightly reduces. Skill activation grants 31 ammo and the skill ends when all ammo is used. Can manually deactivate skill. Can only be used 3 times per deployment. So that's essentially supposed to be his skill from Rainbow Six, it sounds like, where he can inject himself for a brief boost. Though I think he can also inject allies, hence the name Doc. I imagine that has to do with that Elite 1 skill. So let's see. Increase the effective talent Field Medic, max HP plus 6, attacks ignore, 60 defense. New talent obtained when healing an allied unit. Any healing in excess of that unit's max HP will be converted into a rapidly decaying barrier. How does he heal an allied unit, though? I guess it's with this stim pistol. Immediately fires an epinephrine shot forward, healing the first allied operator. It hits by 300% of attack. Can only be used 3 times per deployment. Okay, and his attack's not looking too bad if we level him up enough. So this guy could be good for some emergency healing shenanigans. I don't know why I bothered to click that.
If we must, we must.
And I'll swap to that because why not? Healing the first allied operator hits by 600% of attack at max. That's pretty big. Alright, Alex Ivanovici. Doc, male, undisclosed, undisclosed, September 16th, undisclosed. A member of Team Rainbow, Doc's friendly attitude and willingness to lend a helping hand has earned the trust of his teammates. The MPD-0 stim pistol that he carries can inject medicine at a distance, providing aid to injured teammates. Alright, and there's Doc for you. Last but not least, we have Ella, a trap master. And she's the one that I will be focusing on. I don't use trap masters much, but she shows some serious promise. But hey, let's look at everything else first. Monica Noack. A member of Team Rainbow, Ella is independent, rebellious, adaptive, and a strong leader. Her Gerzmont mine is a powerful non-lethal weapon that disables the enemy through sound and shock. And we've got her skin we can apply. Oh, I forgot they all have skins, actually, that we can put on. Passive effect, when a trap is triggered, slows all surrounding targets and reduces the hit rate of physical and arts attacks by -15%, lasting for 7 seconds. Active effect immediately gains 1 trap. But let's level her up a little bit.
A medal. Thanks. Workmanship's not bad at all as far as decorations go.
And do I have something for leveling her up, or do I need to level her up all the way first? Okay, yeah, so the... Okay, so this can actually be used right from the get-go, I guess. Cool. I just wasted resources. Oh well. So I guess I'll save that and level her up normally. But I can actually use this, I think, on Iana. There she is. Yeah!
Here's hoping this helps me reach more unexplored corners.
Unexplored corners, huh? Those are always fun to explore. I want to focus on that invisibility nullification because invisibility is tricky in this game. Oh, wait a minute. And what's the module do? Instead of retreating when defeated, switch to a substitute for 20 seconds. When deployed, creates a holographic mirage. The mirage will not attack. It inflicts 28% fragile to the attacker and nullifies the attacker's invisibility for 10 seconds. Okay, so a little bit of a boost to the substitute, it seems. Let's go back to Iana. I'll turn that on. Shock defense. Passive effect. When a trap is triggered, stuns all surrounding targets, lasting for 4 seconds. Active effect sets up deployable shield to increase this unit's defense by 150%. Attack range reduces. Attacks deal splash physical damage to all enemies around the target that ignores 200 of their defense. So a very defensive Trapmaster move. That's interesting. Ah, I don't have any of these, though. So maybe I should go ahead and use the thing anyway. Save some other resources.
Together, we can shake the very stars from the sky.
And third skill, the Bossack Tempest. When a trap is triggered, slows all surrounding targets and inflicts 15% fragile, lasting for 5 seconds. Active effect, attack interval reduces. Attack plus 30%, attacks prioritize enemies affected by Gerzmat mines. Skill activation grants 40 ammo, and the skill ends when all ammo is used. Gains 2 traps when this skill ends. Sounds good. Oh wait, we can level this up. Fragile lasts for 6 seconds now, 25% fragile. Attack plus 60%. Ignores 500 defense. Alright. What have we got here? Can use traps to assist in combat, but traps cannot be placed on tiles already occupied by an enemy. Can also be deployed on melee tiles. Traps can also be deployed on ranged tiles. And that's the thing that makes the difference. Normally Trapmasters can only be deployed on ranged tiles, and their traps only on melee tiles. But this character can do the opposite, if the player so wishes. Attacks have a 50% chance to deal 170% of attack as physical damage. The chance is increased to 100% when attacking a target that's affected by a Gerzmat mine. Cool. Let's re-equip that. Where's Doc at? Didn't I already level him up? I guess I didn't. Oops. There he is. Oh, I'll level him first because it's going to change his outfit. There he is. So how's everyone in chat doing?
Thank you. I've been hoping to get authorization to access confidential files on Arrowhead.
Looking good. Zelda Sheik is here, said not too bad. Cool. Attacks ignore 180 defense with this. Max HP plus 18%. Man, this guy really likes increasing his HP. Wait a minute, hold on a minute. Can also be deployed on range tiles? That's new for this class too. Normally they're melee only. I'm guessing he can't do that by default. No, that's a module thing. Okay, that's interesting. And I forgot to put Doc's skin on. Turn that on. Same for Iana. Heck yeah. Well, that was a surprisingly successful effort.
Seems you're stuck here sifting through
Adjust position.
I might as well help you solve a few problems around the office.
So she's in view.
I get a lot more out of talking to strangers than I do from that self-help shtick.
I agree with you there, Ella. Okay, let's get into the actual gameplay. Well, this is a different looking... Hold on a minute, I just remembered something. I can do something else here, I believe. Change home screen UI. Yeah, there we go. Siege style. By the way, if anyone's wondering why this says beta, nobody knows. There's suspicion that they're planning to upgrade the base eventually, but... a little weird they haven't done it already, if that's the case. I can't believe I forgot I could change the menu like this. And the sanity meter changes. Cool. Why do they even still have a sanity meter? They give you so many ways to keep the game going. You don't really need the sanity meter at this point. So, Anna! Assuming you're still there. Remind me, have you ever seen me play this game before, or have you ever seen footage of this game? Do you know anything about it? And Fuse is unlockable through this gameplay. I believe that's here? Yeah, there he is. You can get his tokens in here. Spec Ops notes. You unlock him after level 4. Tactical installations, right. So this is like a bonus feature to playing these missions. Is there's an extra unit type or something that helps you out. Why does that look like Mr. White from Breaking Bad? Whatever his name was. I think I just remembered something else. Furniture store. I'll take this. Anything else new in the furniture store that I should know about? It doesn't seem like it. Instrument repair workshop. I don't remember that being here. I have a complete set already, though. Same for detective study. Oh yeah, and let's do this before I forget. I'll take that. Alright, cool. Okay, now let's actually hop into things. Let's see how this goes. I don't know how well I'll do with voicing characters, but... despite your unusual method of entry, it is my pleasure to provide you with commentary for your brief visit. Interesting. That music is so good, man. This is the same hall from the first Colab event. I actually, when I realized I missed the event, back when I first started playing the game, I actually looked up the entire story of the event and just watched it. I watched every cutscene, and it took like 3 hours. I bet they're investigating the disappearance of their colleagues. We've arrived at Magnet Hill number 2. Repeat, we've arrived at Magnet Hill number 2. Doc, how are things over on your side? Exterior clear. And I can't do accents very well. I don't even remember what their accents were already. Were these two Russian? I don't remember. Maybe I can kind of work it. We'll see. I definitely can't do French. My French always turns into Russian or Spanish or something. Considering the unique properties of Magnet Hill number 2, I suggest we meet up. Agreed. Drone recon report, Iana. Almost no different from the way we left it. Ratings are virtually the same, and there's no sign of activity from any other party. Looks like the quarantine on Magnet Hill number 2 has been pretty well enforced. Which is to say, there's nobody here. And that's not good news, because we're here to look for the missing Ash Squad. Oh, I frickin' called it! Keep your eyes open. We'll proceed to Levi's main lab once we rendezvous. Here we are. And there's Fuse. Are you sure? This is where Levi's main lab was, according to the map. We were only one step behind Cohen. There were tremors, then I don't know if it was that madman Levi or something wrong with the equipment, but the whole lab disappeared into thin air. Looks like there's a great view outside. Into thin air? Are you sure? Maybe I'll give them, like, basic voices. Let's try that. I'd say that in my expert opinion, it's the most fitting description of the events. That just doesn't seem possible. No explosion can wipe out all evidence that a lab ever existed. It wouldn't have left a big hole like this, sending only a few tremors through those outside. Yes, I covered my mouth to voice him because he's wearing a helmet. Oh, rumbly. Earthquake? Or is it like you said? It's not an earthquake. The tremors might well be linked to the disappearance. Find cover and wait for the tremors to pass. How would they figure that out? Ooh! This place looks nice. Is that a window up top or just a crazy looking wall? I can't tell. Or ceiling or something. Man, I want to work in a place like this. The place I work has a great window, but the rest of the building's really boring. How many floors are there? My legs are starting to scream. Keep going up. We need to reach the Reynolds penthouse. Can't we take the elevator? Why do we have to climb these stairs floor by floor? You think I don't want to? Recon report on the security here indicates that the penthouse is only accessible by these stairs and his own private elevator. Sometimes I forget No. Most of the time I forget private elevators are a thing. There are guards posted by the elevator on every floor. Security is weakest on the stairs. That's where we break through. Guy's just a Kazimierzian who came to make some money, isn't he? It's not like he has anybody backing him up. Why do we have to be so careful just to get him to sign a transfer agreement? Sign a transfer agreement? He has money. That's all the backing he needs. Keep moving. Quit looking around. I'm completely spent, boss. I'd rather take the lift and fight my way through. Shh. Captain? We've almost reached the office. Quiet down. Oh, shoot. Check out this guy. Man, that outfit looks nuts. I don't know how I feel about the wings being in the front, but Certainly a striking appearance. And for once, we have a nerdy old man that looks like a nerdy old man, instead of looking like a huge hunk or something. Or a wimp. Man, this guy looks so incredibly normal. I don't know. But other than the outfit, of course. It's kind of awesome. Also, he looks like a guy in my neighborhood that frickin' everybody loves. Not that I blame him. The guy's great. A letter? I told you can open those on your own. No need to ask me. It says for your eyes only, Reno. That's a nice suit, too. I wish we lived in a world where everyone could wear designer clothes. Where's it from? Kazimierz. Looks like it's from your uncle. Ah, the usual inheritance demand. Also, one from the Dosilis municipal government. A letter from the city? Probably nothing important. Should be another stupid banquet invitation. Maybe Candela will be there. We could discuss the opening ceremony with her. It's not far off, after all, and you spent so much time and effort on it. It's probably going to be spectacular. Come, stand with me, Miros. Did I say that name right? Because that sounds smooth. I just kind of shot that out. Maybe it would be Miłosz, because I think I say Mlinar a lot, but that's just because it looks like an L, but I think it actually has more of a W sound. So Mlinar and Miłosz. Something like that. I'm gonna guess Miłosz. The man walks up and stands by the red-haired Volpo's side. They admire the artwork at the end of the room, about the height of two persons. I'm naming it the Fall of Order. What do you think? Sure. You want to show it at the opening? We've always been straight with each other, haven't we? Is that twisted curve intended to represent the fall? No, it represents the fleeting gaze of society on man. Excuse me. A dogmatic gaze that considers all that does not conform to be madness. Lines that can only emerge from a post-profound silence, Iberia. So there's a little bit of lore there. I might have mentioned it in past videos, I don't remember. Iberia is another location in Arknights. It's basically their version of Spain, I think. And they used to have a magnificent fleet. But on their fleet's maiden voyage, like the Grand Iberian Fleet, whatever it was called, on its maiden voyage, something called the Profound Silence happened, which it earned that name later, because everything went quiet for a little while, and then it was just all wrecked. Nobody knows for sure what happened, except that the Iberian fleet was decimated in a strange event called the Profound Silence, which was somehow related to the sea creatures that now plague the land of Iberia. So yeah, there's a little lore for you. The Iberian Inquisition, certainly a symbol of order. On the right, does that indescribable cone represent the spires of Lithanien? No. Imagine Sargon and its millennia of wind and sand, the Lords of Mir, the Padishah, the Golden City. Fantasizing the exotic is also a construct of internal order. The last gasp of imagination, once broad, now left with nothing but cliché. Yes, right, that makes sense. I pulled all of that directly out of my behind. Your artistic style has always been unique, from medium to expression. How many golf balls did it take? 1,000? 2,000? That's not important. What's important is the last one. Would you do me a favor and put the finishing touch on it by placing this one on top? What would happen? It will be completed, and at that moment... He sees shadows flash past the bottom gap of the office door. The door is kicked open before he could react. The whole room trembles, causing the teetering sculpture before him to collapse, sending golf balls flying everywhere. Oof! What a shame. Anybody ever see the guy that accidentally knocked down an entire Jenga tower or something? Like, huge, giant art piece Jenga tower? The Fall? How coy in this situation. Reynold and you, secretary over there. Hands on your heads and get down. No sudden moves. Who are you? Doesn't matter. You and your boss are gonna come quietly if you know what's good for you. Something is approaching rapidly from above. Must be a particularly big foul beast, the officer thought. He pays no heed to it and points his crossbow at Reynold, the half-collapsed golf ball sculpture standing between them. So another point of Arknights, for those who don't know, this being a different world, their technology works very differently, but also the people are naturally stronger in physical strength than regular human beings are. Like, everyone in Arknights is naturally stronger. So their guns are much more uncommon and much more expensive to handle, but they compensate by wielding crossbows that a regular human wouldn't be able to operate just because of the amount of strength required for them. A crossbow in Arknights holds the same strength behind it as a gun in real life. Then he hears a loud noise from the ceiling, right above what remains of the sculpture. Then another. This time, a large hole appears in the ceiling, along with the sound of broken planks. Several dark shadows fall through the shrapnel-mixed dust onto the floor of Reynold's office, smashing what remained of the sculpture, sending golf balls flying in all directions. The soldier was about to let out an expletive, but it died in his throat. The shadows began to move. Hey! Everybody alright? Just a little scrape. I'm fine. I forgot to cover my mouth. Doc? Hi. I'm okay. Iana gives Doc a hand and sees he is holding a golf ball, which left a round mark on his forehead. I'm fine, other than a little knock from a golf ball. Next question. Anyone know what happened, other than that we somehow fell into a pile of golf balls? He's just like, the frick? Save for them. Why didn't we just go in through the roof? We wouldn't have had to climb the stairs if we did that. No, but you certainly would have had to climb the outside of the building. And everybody would have seen you. Shut up. Prepare to engage. A crossbow? Prepare to engage. I guess you aren't exactly friends. Did you bring a weapon, Miłosz? Nope. Well, in that case, you'd better duke it out amongst yourselves to decide who gets to kidnap me. There's only one of me, after all. This dude's so chill. He's pouring a drink. Oh, I love crossover stories so much, man. I guess I just like seeing people surprised, but not horrified. No, I just like seeing people surprised, period. A drink, Miłosz? Pass. I still have to protect you. How? Why didn't you bring a weapon if you're his protector or bodyguard or whatever? Kidnap? A furry kidnapping party? That's new. Furry... I don't know why that phrase amuses me. Furry kidnapping party. Enough chit-chat. Drop your weapons and get away from Reynold or we'll shoot. Well, they're coming for us, kidnappers or not. Find cover. Iana, Doc, take the non-combatants and get out of here. Fuse and I will cover you. No Sancta Halos, and they don't look like Black Steel either. Do these idiots have a death wish? They just think guns look cool? So another hint there is, I guess Black Steel is like the top security company in Arknights. Either that or they're just known for guns or something. But there's also the Sancta, an entire race of people that follow they have halos. They're basically mortal angels in a way. And they have a culture built around guns. Not like American culture, but in the sense that they hold them with respect. Everyone in Sancta society gets a gun at a certain age or something like that. That's like their gun. They don't get to pick it, it's like granted to them or something. If I recall. And I don't know exactly how it ties into their religion. I just know their religion is kind of wild. Their society is nuts too. Really cool though. I think the whole deal is they can do basically whatever the heck they want as long as the church says it's okay. So they can be like, yeah, can we blow up this statue? We promise we will spend this many days to repair it and use this many resources to do so. And the church can be like, heck yeah, as long as you rebuild the thing. I'm not kidding either. That actually happened in one of the stories. I have to wonder why he would think they just think guns look cool if just because they're not part of the usual gun toters. Move! Don't let them get away with Raynal! It's probably Renell. On your 10, Iana! Oh, super move. Hostile down! Those guns aren't just for looks! Stand your ground, we have backup. Reserve squad, quit fooling around and get out here. I can't get to the non-combatants. There are too many of them. Iana and I are suppressed. Reloading. I'm up. Frag out. Ineffective. Hostiles are blast resistant. Roger. Fuse smoke. I need to space out my words a little more. Smoke grenade out. I love how it kind of looks like they're just standing there and letting all this hit them like it's nothing. Smoke won't solve the real problem. Need a cluster's charge? I still have plenty. That's one way, but Gerzamat works better here. Iana, Doc, get those non-combatants to cover. Fuse and I will cover. Firing! Stay back! Don't resist, I'm taking you to cover. Why do we have to... Look out! A sneak attack? Looks like you're more than just a secretary. You talk too much. Get back, sir. You're in the line of fire. Trying to fight real weapons with a wine bottle? Idiot. Yeah, I try to keep things family-friendly. Very immature. He's out cold. I'll carry him. You get that guy in white. They're trying to take Raynal away. Stop them. We can't get close. Their guns fire too quickly. Dang it, what the heck are you doing when they're not firing? They keep finding dead zones. And their coordination. There are only 4 of them. How many guys do we have? We're in cover. We can hold out for a while. Reloading. That guy's out. Get him. Iana, smoke. Smoke grenade out. This is a lot of combat going on. Goodness. So this is what I mean when I say these cutscenes drag on. Just a little bit. They're very well written, though. Another smoke grenade? Is that the best you can... Flying out. Sticking it? Oh, grenade. Here's a memento. Get out of the way, Fuse. I'm tempted to skip all this and get to after action. Let me know if you guys want me to skip the action. These cutscenes do drag on a lot. The other 2 are trying to hide. Surround them and... They swarmed without any caution for possible explosives. No tactical awareness whatsoever. Let's disarm them first. Tend to the wounded, Doc. Clear. 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 All clear. No casualties. That's good news. Even though we were shooting to incapacitate rather than kill, these guys were still unusually tough. That one there survived a full shotgun blast at point-blank range. Good news indeed. One more thing. Not sure what it means, but look at the animal ears. You can see blood vessels if you look closely. What? Is that part of Levi's research too? My compass isn't working. What about yours, Doc? If we're really near Magnet Hill number 2 in the southern Urals... Doc looks behind him where the wind is blowing the curtains open. The squad walks out to the balcony and takes in the sight outside. Oh, heck yeah. What a view. The setting sun shines down between towering skyscrapers, painting the waters red. Tourists in swimsuits lie on the beach, enjoying a lazy holiday afternoon set to ice cream truck music. Ice cream truck music? Kay? The only man in the room who can still stand slowly walks towards them. If this is the Urals, then I'm George Clooney. It's clear we're no longer in the mission area. Did we teleport? Where to? The Maldives? It looks like a vacation spot, all right. But I don't think it's the Maldives. Am I saying that wrong? I've never heard of that place. Maybe we can ask the unfortunate victims. Oh, speak of the devil. Ooh, check out that yard. Life goals, am I right? Could you answer a few questions, sir? Who are you? What is this place? And who are those armed men? I'm happy to explain a few things out of gratitude for the surprising ending that you created for my work. Before formal introductions, however, I must correct one premise. I was never an unfortunate victim. Not before, not now, not ever. Can we get back on topic? Very well. Welcome to the dark heart of Bolivar. Welcome to Dosilis. My name is Raynell Kowalski. Call me Ella, Mr. Raynell. But given that we need to quickly grasp our situation, I think we can cut the introductions. I'll ask and you'll answer, alright? Doesn't look like I have a choice. Which country does Dosilis belong to? Bolivar, in name at least. Bolivar. You mean Bolivia? I don't know a city called Dosilis in Bolivia. What about you, Iana? No. Let's try another way. Which continent are we on? South America? Continent? I'm not sure what you mean. If you mean the name of our landmass, that's Terra, obviously. Ah, that's right. Arknights doesn't have continents. It's all one giant landmass. I don't know how to pronounce that. God, no. Speaking Kazimierzian. Oh, it's not every day I hear my mother tongue spoken. Your mother tongue? Nothing. Keep going. I never thought I would be asking this, but... Mr. Raynell, are we on planet Earth? Planet? Earth? I thought all I had to do was answer questions, but now I'm beginning to have a few of my own. Iana, maybe you can do better with the questions. Iana? Iana does not answer. Her eyes are wide, staring at the horizon in the opposite direction of the setting sun. The others follow her gaze. Pardon me, I just sat up in my chair. Oh, I just realized this is a golf course. Life goals, man. 2 moons are rising slowly in the distance, one brighter than the other. That's right, I forgot this world has 2 moons. Who the heck is this? Strangely dressed Durin, I'll say. For those who don't know, she looks like a child, but she's not. The Durins are literally this world's version of dwarves. They're just really small people. Dang, only had time for 1 doodle before they found out. Ah, she's a graffiti artist. That was close. Gave me a fright when all those people showed up. Hold it right there, girl. You won't get away with vandalizing the Galeria. Shoot, I'd better go. You got lucky today, Raynell. Okay. Well, that's a random way to end off that cutscene. So how's everyone feeling about this so far? You want to keep seeing the cutscenes, or should I skip them? If you guys can even answer. Nobody's answering. Shame. Well, we have a tutorial here. So we're going to see some actual gameplay now, at least a little bit. A special place calls for special order. Please refrain from poking your head out of cover before the start of the tour to ensure the best experience. Cool map. And I see these things. These are new. I know what these are. Saw them in some videos leading up to this. I just realized this is a gag. A special place calls for special order. Please refrain from poking your head out of cover before the start of the tour to ensure the best experience. So, hey, welcome to a tour of our museum. Please refrain from dying before we get started. Oh, it's gonna make us use Iana and Doc and then Jessica for some reason. Have arrived at the target zone. Visibility is fine, should make a good deployment point. Wait!
Alright.
The enemies here will launch a straight shot against an operator in the same straight line, posing a threat to our operators deployed on high ground. So yeah, that's actually a new mechanic. Sorry, I guess my armor isn't thick enough. We can position ourselves behind a barricade to avoid being hit by these straight shots. These objects block the enemy's line of sight, and they normally won't make a straight shot at an operator behind an obstruction. Of course, you can also deploy an operator within the enemy's line of sight in order to bait out the straight shot. Leave the baiting work to me. Okay, so we can attack through these, but the enemies can't. Blah, blah, blah.
I'll definitely prove myself this time.
Huh? Why are they attacking the barricade? The drone we just took down has exposed our operators around its crash site. Once an operator is exposed, enemies can launch a straight shot at them even if they are behind a barricade. An exposed operator takes more damage as well. Thank goodness the barricade will take a few straight shots before it crumbles. We must take out the enemies now. Oh, I'll crank up the speed. All units find cover behind barricades and take up combat positions. I scouted out the situation above. The enemies are gathering near cover. Then it's time for a cluster charge. Careful, there are enemies waiting to strike down below as well. Don't worry, I'm here. There's Fuse. Upon skill activation, places a cluster charge on the high ground tile in front, causing 5 explosions on the passable tile behind it. Each explosion deals 480% of attack as physical damage to surrounding targets. Skill can only be used when this unit is facing a high ground tile with a passable tile behind it. Can only be used 3 times per deployment. So this is, again, related to the game, Rainbow Six Siege. Fuse has the ability to place cluster charges on walls, and it will essentially burrow into the wall and drop mines on the other side. Okay. I can't place her around here anywhere. Oh wait, the enemies are showing up on the right side.
Remember our objectives.
Cover me.
Let's try this. Oh, that happened immediately.
For a tooth. That will slow them down.
Ready to go.
I can't place anything there though, and Jessica just went down. I might have screwed up.
Ready to go. Located target.
Focus on the task at hand.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to use his skill. Whoops. I might have screwed this up. Or is Cora gonna be able to just single-handedly beat the crap out of these guys? Oh yeah, she's gonna single-handedly beat the crap out of these guys. I'm gonna see if I can help her out a little bit. There we go.
We're almost at the extraction point. Then we can rest.
Let's try that again. Just so I can get the hang of the characters. See how the effects work and everything.
All right.
Hey there, Maruharu. First time chatter. Glad to have you here. It's always nice to see somebody new. What brings you to my little stream?
All right. I'll definitely prove myself this time.
If you're willing to chat, that is. Maru said, just randomly searched Arknight streams here, lol. Fair enough. Were you specifically looking for the Rainbow Six update content, or...? I'm just curious. I'm just trying to make conversation. I just finished this training mission, and now I'm redoing it to get a better hang of the characters involved. Yep, cool. I was hoping I'd get someone in here. Looking for new stuff.
I'll show them what I can do.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this event for a very long time. Because I didn't start playing Arknights until about a month after the first Rainbow Six Colab happened. And I was mad because the collector in me wants to collect every single character in the game. And I can't do that if I already missed out on some of them. So the fact that they're coming back and bringing some new ones is awesome. But also, I love crossover stuff. I love reading crossover stories, watching crossover shows. I love stuff like that. And so I've been super stoked for this for over a year now, and I'm so happy. Glad to have you around. I hope you enjoy.
Get going! quickly!
Cover me.
Maru said, how many pulls till Ella for you? 30. Technically 3. I had 3 10 pulls. I had more than that, but I used 3 of them. In the first one, I got Iana. In the second one, I got Doc. And in the third one, I got all 3 of them. It was nuts. I was like, man, if only that third pull had been the first pull, it would have been legendary. Same here, you got her in 29th pull. Nice. Alright, fuse time. Did that do anything? It didn't look like... Oh, there we go. Okay, so that took a second. Oh, there's one dude left. Hey there, random guy. What was that?
Mission accomplished.
Maru said, I still have no Doc, lol.
Exactly how it should
That's a
be.
shame. Doc seems like the one instructor type that's actually useful. I've never seen anyone give a darn about the instructors, but like Doc can be placed on range tiles with the module. And that's super interesting. I'm gonna make Zelda Chic really mad here. I got milk again. Give me a second. Pardon me, despite the fact that it's not good for voice stuff, I happen to really like milk. And also, I was still feeling a little hungry after I ate my dinner, and I didn't want to be snacking all the way through my stream, so I was like, I'll just get a glass of milk. I'll be fine. Okay, so we got 1 point to defend. No barriers to deal with. It's always funny when they teach you a new game mechanic, but then only give you half the game mechanic for like the next 3 missions or something, if that. I guess I can't place units on these squares, which is cool that they stylized it in like stretches and such. That's neat. So I guess I gotta block 2 lanes anyway. Alright. Combat props. Ah, we haven't unlocked them yet. Okay, let's see. Who's good? Want to use the lower level stuff just for fun. You know what? Let's do something a little different. Maru, you seem chatty. How would you like to pick out the team that I use? Then, just because this is level 1, let's prioritize the lower level folks. Pretty much all of my 6 stars are high level, with the exception of a select few. So I guess lower rarity. Lower rarity, lower level, etc. Let's get creative. Of course, I am going to add the new characters in there, so let's add Doc, Ella, and Iana. Maru said Yato. Alright. We can let Yato be the fast redeploy for this mission. I usually go for 2 vanguards. Pick 2 vanguards that can help with DP generation. Though I guess I should ask, how familiar are you with Arknights, Maru? Zima for DP? Alright, good call. Let's go for one more DP Vanguard, Maru. Been playing for more than 4 years. I think I've been playing about 3 myself. Like I said, I started about a month after the Rainbow Six event happened. I never knew the Rainbow Six event happened until after I started playing. And I was so mad that I missed it that I went and spent like 3 hours watching all the cutscenes from it. You already said Zima. Zima's already picked. Let's pick a second one. Because Yato doesn't help with DP regen. Yato's whole deal is that she's basically a prototype fast redeploy unit. It's weird that she's still considered a vanguard instead of just turning her into a cheap specialist. Chav? Alright. Chav's a good one. I used to use him in tandem with Texas all the time before I started getting good 6-star units. Okay, let's see. And we've got Yana, Ella, and Doc. We'll want a healer. Let's go with Warfarin. And Maru, go ahead and pick my second healer. Breeze. I actually used to use Breeze a lot. Not that she's particularly special compared to the others, but... Alright, we'll do Breeze. I think I might hold off on a supporter. Caster options. We got any good casters? Alright, Maru, from these 10, pick a caster for me to use. H? Haze. Oh yeah, Haze is a cat. Well, I meant these characters, but I'll go with Haze. I don't use her often. Next up. By the way, am I the only one that thinks this weird? We don't get any of these lizard guys that are higher than 2-star. And Gaviel doesn't count because she's not full lizard. I want a cool lizard dude that's like top tier. Alright, help me pick a bowman. Let's say... one of these characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Most people don't like lizard ops. I mean, fair enough, but they haven't exactly given us many to work with. And the ones we do have are both pale as all heck. Like, come on. Give me a sick gator dude. Or something. Vermeil? I don't use Vermeil much. I don't even have her at a... Yeah, we should probably boost her up a little bit so we can get access to that skill 2.
Thank you, but are you sure it's okay to promote someone like me?
I don't know anything about you, Vermeil. I got you long after I had much better bowmen. I think the thing I like least about Vermeil is that other than colors, she looks so basic. Like, this bow looks like you could buy it at a Toys R Us. I don't know. Alright, so we've got Vermeil. Maru said lol. And let's see, you know what? Since we've got Doc in here, I can pick 2 more characters. I'll go with Briofita, who I really should have leveled up by now.
as a promotion, right? Nice. I'll write a postcard back to White Volcano and brag all about this to my siblings. Yeah, I'll have to use a postcard with a picture of Rhodes Island.
Maru said interesting since no one really levels him. I mean, as you can tell, I don't really either, but I just want access to his second skill. Because why not? I hope to eventually reach a point where all my characters are leveled, but I don't know. Mainly focus on the top tier. I just think he's arguably the most interesting instructor to me. I mostly just like his look. I like the colors and everything on him. So, figured I'd pair instructor and instructor. And then, who should be my last op? Oh, let's bring in Jessica. Because why not? Actually, no, I don't really need I don't really need the second skill. Let's go with the third one. So we've got a top tier character just in case. Alright, and of course there's going to be an absurdly long cutscene first, most likely. Grab your popcorn, folks. Whoa. This place looks absolutely wrecked. Kinda neat, though. Pardon me, I'm running out of breath. I'll take a pack of dried cactus. Auntie Marco's, por favor. Auntie Marco doesn't put as much additives. It's not as good as Uncle Marco's. Auntie Marco and Uncle Marco? 1 pack of dried cactus. I'm starving. You look like you've been up all night. Developing photos? I can't help that inspiration likes to strike in the middle of the night. So when are you gonna have my photo ready? Oh, I remember now. The one you said was a gift? For the girl who's into metal music? She dumped me last month. Memories like to disappear in the middle of the night, too. Of all the photographers here, I had to pick the one who could never make a deadline. Back from the Galleria, Techno? How was it? Her name's Techno? Get lost. What's the matter? Things didn't go well? Didn't you say last night you were going to spray paint the whole place? What does that palace of his look like on the inside? I heard it's a large collection of works from famous artists. I should have gone with you. I hardly got a doodle in before I had to run for my life. Well, you'll get another chance. And bring me along next time. Me too. Enough of that, you two. Where's the old man? He's in a bad mood. Holed himself up in his room all day. I guess he's waiting for your good news. So, just to confirm, you don't know Levi? Correct. And I should confirm that you don't know my uncle, right? Tall, wears glasses, smiles in the creepiest way you can imagine. Say any more, and I'll start to wonder if your uncle is the one we're looking for. I think it's just another unpleasant coincidence. Now that we've resolved our misunderstandings, would you like a drink? No, thank you, Mr. Raynell. We have to go. Why are you shaking, Iana? If we're not dreaming or hallucinating, we've been shot out by some unknown power through time or space and landed in this place. In a faraway planet, or Earth in some unimaginable dimension of time. I'm just excited, Ella. I believe it is loosely implied that the world of Arknights is actually like several thousand years in the future of Earth. And all of the characters of Arknights were evolved from humans. Or something like that. I get it, but we're not just facing a strange world. We have strange problems, too. So, stay calm no matter how excited you feel. Sorry. I'd be both terrified and frickin' ecstatic if I ended up in another world. Sometimes I'm like, man, I really just want to go to another place. I want to have new architecture to look at that can actually look super cool without breaking its structural integrity. Let's go, friends. Hopefully we can find a place to stay before nightfall. There's a typo in there. Well, there's no need for doom and gloom. I'm not ungrateful for you saving my life. I could at least offer a room with 4 walls and a roof. Unless you really wanted to sleep on cardboard beneath the sky. Is that thunder? Perfectly timed thunder. It's going to rain. We won't take it for free, Mr. Raynell. For as long as we accept your hospitality, we will protect you and ensure there won't be any other armed men charging into your room. I wonder when they're going to realize their guns don't have the proper ammo here. Or falling through the roof. That will do, Miwash. She knows what she's doing. But we don't know anything about them, Raynell. This is our chance to learn. You're always so willful. You know me. If you're going to turn us down, it would be nice to do it quickly. No, I have no objections. Let's get your employment contract drafted before HR leaves for the day. I wonder if they're ever going to meet up with the rest of the R6 team. Diaz, I'm back. This is a cool, albeit cluttered room. But I'd rather live out of this than the bedroom I currently live out of. Of course, this place doesn't look like it has a proper kitchen, which is nice. Like, a kitchen is nice, I mean. But my room is tiny. I want a bigger room like this one. Oh, Diaz is certainly a scruffy guy. I heard you were waiting for me. Maru said same, it looks better than my room. Of course, pretty much anyone would want a room that big. But my case is like... Yeah, it's kind of a cement, like, underground basement or something, but I'm like... I bet I could spruce it up enough to at least make it a decent, like, streamer's den or something. If it has enough outlets, I could do that for sure. Good power and internet. I don't really care about the materials of the room itself as long as I can work with it. I couldn't do it, but I didn't get hurt either. Sit. What are you watching? That. Raynell? What is he blabbering about this time? Mr. Raynell, as Galeria Christoa, I don't know how that's pronounced, prepares for its grand opening, a local community is also planning an arts festival. What are your thoughts about it? I have a lot of respect for art. The people who live there have good ideas and interesting creations, but an arts festival is not something that can be organized by just anybody. They don't have any professional buy-in. It is silly to compare the two. The Galeria has far more significance than their arts festival. Ah, so he's a little out of touch with the random common folk. We have gathered artwork from across the world in Dosalis, demonstrating the diversity of culture and art while providing a platform for art lovers everywhere. The importance it poses to the development of art in Dosalis is not something that some amateur arts festival can hope to match. You sure about that, sir? That peddler called us amateurs? Not the first time we've been at odds. All those organizations and critics have used our community as a tool to suck up to him on his first day in Dosalis. He talks crap about us, using our works as comparison to promote his own garbage. He's blocking us at every turn, from exhibitions, disc releases, even small performances. Remember his so-called community development project? It was a hot mess and we eventually brought it down. Yeah, the hate is mutual. Like you. You went to tag up as Galeria, didn't you? He was the one who hired a writer to blast my friend's work in the papers. Well, since when has he ever said anything good about us? Let him. I have a couple of words that I want to say on behalf of all Dosalis artists. Why has Galeria Christoa drawn so much attention and achieved so much? It's because we represent what is truly of value in the Dosalis art scene. Absorbing the cultural nutrients of Dosalis and representing a true spirit. That is the reason why I built Galeria Christoa. Who did he say he's representing? All Dosalis artists? Where was he when we put on a concert for the musicians who escaped the Singus Garden? Where was he when we were translating new Ursus novels? What has he ever done for art on Dosalis? How dare he claim to represent Dosalis? All right, old man, calm down, calm down. Calm down? Do you know he's opening his glass house on the same day as our arts festival? What? I didn't believe it when I heard about it this morning, but then he said it on air. It's the same day. What do we do then? We do what we want. Who cares about him? It's more important to stay focused on taking care of our own. Don't waste your time on him. Capitan Mateo. Goodness, look at this guy. Is this everyone who made it back? Pardon me, I'm just looking at all the details of his character design. Dude's got a frickin' wrestler belt. Pardon me. Go on. What happened? Raynell's guards dropped down from the sky and stopped us. We lost a lot of men. I escaped with the survivors. How many of them were there? 4. Just 4? Armed with guns, very well trained. The way they fought was unusual. We couldn't get through. Guns? Sancta? No mention of that in the report on Raynell. Could it be Blacksteel? Sir, I will take full responsibility for the failure. Please don't punish anyone else. You're loyal to your men. Aye. No need to be so jittery. That's not a bad thing. Our intel was insufficient, that's all. Now we know more. Take that box on your way out. There's money and casino chips in it. Share it with your men and have some fun at the casino on me. Capitan? Are you sure? Keep your ears open. Tongues are loose in a place like that. Yes, sir. I'll report if I hear anything. What about that community? The brass are pushing. It's the last piece of the puzzle for the entertainment district project. We've just got to find a way. If Raynell won't budge, we could start with the community directly. Yes, sir. I'll pay particular attention to anything about that place. You're my first choice to manage the entertainment district once it's built. Don't disappoint me. I won't. You're here earlier than I expected. Again. Once again, this place looks gorgeous. I don't like to make people wait. Sorry about that. There was a bit of traffic. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. You're not too late. I used to be punctual, but then I realized that people here like to be fashionably late. No problem. I got time to check out the exhibits. The Galleria's use of light is unique. Natural light during the day, and then bright as day again at night. Do you like art? No, just a little curious. Feel free to take a look around during your free time. You probably won't get a chance once the gallery is officially open. What? No employee tickets? Of course there are. What I mean is, you'll be able to take the time to appreciate a work you like before the place is with crowds. Sometimes it's not the crowd that affects your mood. It's a particularly creepy painting. You mean the one at the end of the hallway? It's not a famous piece. It's a portrait of Raynell's father. He was the one who left behind the legacy that allowed us to build this Galleria, far from home, and collect masterpieces from all across Terra. That's why Raynell always felt it was important to do something to commemorate his father. Like putting up a huge portrait here. Raynell wants everyone to see his father clearly. Anyway, it's just a portrait. Both Raynell and I believe Mr. Kowalski's merit goes far beyond that. A faithful son, I see. It's almost time. I'll take you to him. I've been meaning to ask, why do all visitors have to climb the stairs to get to the penthouse? He prefers people expend some kind of effort to come and find him. Everyone has to take at least one flight of stairs. I've never seen him do it himself. He has his personal elevator. It's the only one in the Galleria's office area, and these are the only stairs. Sounds like what a genius would do, all right. The silver lining is that it makes security simpler. Anything else I need to know? No, you have one job. Keep him alive. What about at night? Do you need us to rotate shifts? No, I'll be there at night. Will you now, Mr. Gets knocked out immediately? Unless you finally got yourself a weapon.
The big game hunt is
okay.
To start.
Let's see, how do I want to set this up? Is that dog going left or down? I'm in range of that thing. Let's see. Okay, so Vimael can go here.
I'll be waiting here.
Let's do Breeze this way.
Sure to look after yourself.
I probably should have placed her here facing down. Oh well. Doc can go back here because she's really having trouble.
I've got your backs.
Cool music. Alright, the enemy's sure taking their sweet time.
Hostile sighted. Over.
Okay. Oh, I need her I need her module or something to place her on the ground, I guess. Well, let's do this. Place this here. And she can go on the ground right here.
Ready when you are. For power and
Man, Ella's just destroying the dogs before they get anywhere near Iana. Ah, we got this thing going on now, though.
a tooth for eat this. Hostile in my sights. Gathering intel.
Let's see, Mirage. The Mirage will not attack, but when attacked inflicts 20% fragile to the attacker and nullifies the attacker's invisibility for 8 seconds and immediately switches to a substitute. But what does the substitute do? Let's put him in here.
Out of the way? Oh, don't be silly. You can't get inside without tickets.
And I'll place this here.
Duh! What are you scared of?
Let's do this. All right. Back to cutscenes. Miss Ella, are your friends not with you? Your guards are very interested in Fuse and wouldn't stop asking questions. I left him there since you said you wanted to get them trained up. You said there were 4 of you. Going by what we agreed on, 2 of us will protect you while the others continue our search here. They'll be on hand if we need them. You're not going out in public today anyway. Just curious. In fact, it's easier on me with fewer people around. I saw you have 2 top-secret meetings on your schedule. I do? What meetings? Bungee jumping? That's a meeting? Of course. Miłosz wouldn't let me do this, but he's not here today. Why not seize the opportunity? As your bodyguard, I advise you to rethink this. As your employer, I advise you to advise less. Is my safety harness ready? Yes, sir. You're good to jump anytime. See you later. He's cheering. I don't do yahoos very well. What a jerk. Nothing to worry about. Our equipment is first rate. There's no danger at all. Don't jinx it! You wouldn't have had him sign that waiver if there was no danger. Right? Would you like to come back and remove your safety harness then? On the other hand, my boss did pay for it. She's jumping too. Ella backs up to the edge and feels nothing but air on her heels, a tingling feeling that goes straight up her spine along the harness. She smiles at the worker and falls backwards, allowing the feeling of weightlessness to seize her heart. Something I will never do. I hope. And if I ever do it, I hope I'm brave as heck and don't scream like a little girl. Look at this beautiful place. She waits for the rope to become fully stretched, then bounces back, pulling her back up. There's the famous Dosolus cruise ship. Then she hears the sound of a splash in the roaring wind. Oh no, that Volpo unlocked his own harness! Oh no! I hope that's not a swear word or something in another language. I don't know. Don't get sunburned when you enjoy the beach. Buy Sombrero Dude sunscreen now and get... I was not expecting that. Sombrero Dude, huh? Buy Sombrero Dude sunscreen now and get a free set of tail care oil. What is that? That girl with cat ears was handing them out. I took one. It's true that UV rays are strong around here. Not that. This. Polishing stone for horns? What are they babble... Who would have thought there would be such a wonderful vacation spot in war-torn Bolivar? I was dreading this business trip at first. It's been great, except the salt water makes your horns rough. I need to polish mine when we get back to the hotel. And conditioner tailored to Vulpo, Lupo, and Feline. 10-liter set? I mean, I know they have ears and tails and all. Uh-oh! The Mafia's here. This batch is a good one. Let's talk details on the beach tomorrow. It better be worth the price. Okay, they need it. Nothing could surprise me now. Ah, oh, something's about to surprise him, isn't it? Frowns disapprovingly. He doesn't look like he's frowning to me. That's a Sancta, by the way. It's hard to tell, but he's got little, like... He's got little light wings on the sides as well. Really tiny wings, actually. I don't think you can even see them on the other side. Halo's obvious, though. You can see the gun on his back. Sarcasm Mercenary goes around scornfully. What are you doing, big guy? Going around. Sacre Dieu. Let's welcome our guest today, Mr. Raynel Kowalski, the new star of Dosilis' art scene. Thank you, Dosilis TV, for giving me the chance to be scorned by thousands sitting in front of their television screens, and a way for them to let off some steam. Hey, isn't that the owner of Galleria Cristawa? I didn't expect to hear his voice on the street. I wonder if Ella and Fuse are getting along with him. I have a hunch he's one to get on your nerves. If you're not playing, get lost! You're scaring away customers with that shabby outfit. I'm just advertising our community festival. I'm not bothering your guests. You'd better not be. Excuse me. If that shirt was not gray, I would want that shirt. That's a sick shirt aside from the gray. I'd want that in blue and white. Hey folks, want to check out our festival? Take a flyer. It's a real special event in the street art community. Thanks, but I don't think we'll have the time. You're not going to that glass house opening, are you? Don't let that guy fool you with his fancy talk. He doesn't know anything about art. Come on, take a flyer. What does it say? I would be interested in checking it out if they manage to pull it off. This ceremony will stimulate Dosilis' artistic and cultural fields. My staff and I have prepared extensive plans for acquisitions, business development, sector growth. The opening of Galleria Cristoa will be a turning point in Dosilis' economic history. Now I'm more interested in what's on the flyer. We're underwater now. Are you out of your mind, you son of a vixen? Wake up, you jerk. Stop playing dead. I can feel your pulse. Just a moment of capriciousness, releasing the shackles that bind me at the closest point to the surface and falling freely into the water. Isn't that so much more fun than just bouncing up and down on a rope? I'm sorry, Mr. Raynel, but I don't think I can continue to serve as your bodyguard. Thank you for giving us a place to stay. My squad and I will move out tomorrow. Come on, I've fallen into water from even greater heights. See, I'm completely fine, am I not? No need to get angry. I can't protect a man who plays jokes with his life. You're mistaken, Miss Ella. I have a goal that I've been working toward for many years. Until it's complete, no one values his life more than I do. Remember to wipe yourself dry. I can tell your constitution is not as strong as ours. Hold on a moment. Don't you know, once you step through this door, it's not up to you whether you get to step back through it again. I come in good faith, Capitan Mateo. Ah, I'm detecting some betrayal happening somewhere in here. Good faith? After the reception my men got from your boss? Why can't you and Raynell stop bickering with one another? Interesting question. Is he going to hand over the plot of land where that street art community is squatting? Get in my way, and you get in the way of Bolivar's coalition government. Indeed, they did say this place is war-torn, and this is part of it. It's got like 3 different governments vying for control. The coalition government is one of them, and I believe is the most militaristic. A Kazumyashin with nothing but money thinks he can negotiate with a government representative just because he hired a few mercenaries? Raynell doesn't want to fight you over that piece of land. If we can reach an agreement, he is happy to cede control of the land to you. Or to the coalition government. It makes no difference. And you speak for him? I do. We could have been talking about this under more amicable circumstances, if not for that ill-conceived kidnapping attempt. You blame me for that? The heck? It was an unfortunate misunderstanding. No need to make excuses for me. I don't care. Just tell me, what does Raynell want? One doesn't do business in Bolivar for long without the support of a powerful patron. Someone like you. I spent most of my years in the army, not the classroom. Get to the point. Well, that neighborhood is not so much a home for artists as a lawless place where gangs roam unchecked. We had plans for its development, but the residents were utterly vicious. Even worse, there are infected living among them. So, again, for those that don't know, in the world of Arknights, there's a rampant disease that is caused by the technology they use, and those infected by it are simply called the infected. While it is not contagious except from death or injury, the infected are still ostracized massively by much of the population of the land. You thought money could solve all your problems in Docilis? Yes, only those who can solve problems. Only those who can solve problems get to enjoy the ultimate fruit. I was starting to think the cutscene was over. I don't know your style or skills, so I think the quickest way would be a simulated engagement. 2 teams, 4 in each team, best of 3. Attacking team tries to locate the hostage and rescue him. Defending team tries to stop the attackers from rescuing the hostage. So he's just pulling Rainbow Six Siege. Any questions? Who's the hostage? I don't know why I covered my mouth for that one. Who's the hostage? For the sake of fairness, me. I'm in through the window. Room's empty. Moving on to the next one. Hey, watch where you're going. You watch where you're going. Quiet! I've already searched the direction you're going in. There's nobody there. Didn't you hear it on the radio? Radio? Oh, I dropped my earpiece out the window. I was looking for you to get a new one. Two enemies down. I could hear them from a mile away. How about you crouch behind this board? Maybe show an inch or two of your head so as to draw their attention. The 3 of us will guard the only door and take them out as they enter. You're not concerned that I could get hurt? Get hurt? Nah, we got them the moment they step inside. Dang it! You're Virginia Marts, I can't see! They're coming in through the window! Stay back! Hostage found. There were 3 idiots waiting by the door. Looks like they forgot there's more than one way in. The bright flash looks like it works well. Hey, what's that guy doing? Get away from me! Dang it! Get away! He's just shooting blindly! Where are my teammates? All down? Ah, crossbow noises. Did they just shuffle a bunch of bottles to make that sound? Not that one, but the crossbow bolts. Russian swearing. Stop! Stop! You guys are a real eye-opener. They are awful at siege tactics. You're back early. I thought you would be out enjoying places I don't let you go. There was an accident. You're hurt? No, Miss Ella quit. This is the 32nd bodyguard who's had enough of you. I can't spend all day with you when I've got my own job to do. What about your negotiations with the Capitan? He took the bait. Ah, some double agent shenanigans. Good. Now we'll see how our friends in that community perform. He'll have his hands full. I've spent long enough dealing with those artists to know that if there's one thing they do well, it's causing trouble. Miss Ella, have you handed in your resignation papers yet? No one told me HR is closed today. Ah, my staff have always been capricious. It's such a headache. Before I go, you should know that the sculpture at the center of the special exhibit is a counterfeit. It's a tiny bit different from the other works by the same sculptor. You should look into it. How is she doing all this research? And how'd she figure that out when she's supposed to be figuring things out about the world they live in? Oh? Maybe your dealer ripped you off. I guess that's a fact of life for a businessman like you. Ha ha ha! I'm starting to regret letting you go, Miss Ella. Oh yeah? You have a good eye. I was the one who made the counterfeit. I kind of liked it, so I just left it out. It's been there for a while. You're the first one to realize it's a fake. Maybe others just don't dare point it out. Since that doesn't bother you, my friends and I will be going now. Just a moment, Miss Ella. Mist Ella. Why did I say mist? What is it? Would you keep working for me if I promise to behave? Well, that's something you don't see every day. You're trying to persuade me to stay? Yes. Don't you want to see the authentic piece? You must have spent a lot of time with that sculptor's work to notice such tiny details. I hope you can keep your promise. Ah, are we going to Rhodes Island now? We are! How far to Dosalis, Ernesto? We're almost there. You've been saying that for days. Yes, we're almost there. Once I deliver this batch of medicine, I'll take you to a sunny beach where you can lie down for a whole day. Far away from any casinos or bars. I could live with bars. I understand that some people need to drink their troubles away. Hey, how did you know I don't like casinos? It's my first time taking a partner operator home to Dosalis, so I asked Orchid about you before we left. Then you know what happened when I left my homeland. A brave act. And when I went back, an honorable choice. Well, it's not something I'm ashamed of. It's just a little more fit to be shared over a drink or two, not like this. Well, you can buy me a drink when we get to Dosalis. That's my price for hearing the story. Deal? Deal. And cutscene end.
The Doctor's brilliant command was the key to victory.
It's 11:40. I don't know if I'll make it through level 2 without cutting into my sleep time. Whoops, that's the same thing. Maru said 1:40 p.m. here. 11:41 p.m. here. Where are you at, Maru? Philippines. Ooh, cool. I don't know if I've ever had someone from the Philippines watching me. Oh, they even changed the UI up there. Cool. Now the question is, do I keep going with the cutscenes, or do I skip the cutscenes on stream and watch them myself later?
Say it's reminiscent or curious.
What do y'all in chat think? Maru said skip cutscenes, then complete stages. I'm almost a little bummed about it, but fair enough. I'll let that be a teaser for this story, I suppose. Whoops. Or maybe I'll do another stream where I do just cutscenes or something. I don't know. Drawing inspiration from the asymmetry that is ever present in everyday life, the designer decided to go all in on it. Alright, so we've got a little bit of a bottleneck happening here. Let's see, these guys travel this way, these ops go in those stairs, and I assume they come out here, but it's behind this thing. Let's go with the same team and just see what happens. As requested, I'll skip. I'll just read the summaries. While transporting medicine to Doseles, Tequila and Catapult are ambushed by the Capitan's men as soon as they enter the city. The pair manage to escape, but the medicine is stolen with tactics similar to those of Team Rainbow. Ooh.
Time to go.
Okay, I'll put Chav here this time. Just because he's higher level and can handle things better than Zima can.
Spineless scumbags.
Get going! Quickly!
Let's see. Yeah, I'll put Ella here.
Ready to go? Close to me.
Duh. What are you scared of?
Let's put her here.
Hostile in my sights.
Ooh, that's a lot of continuous damage. Okay. We'll do this.
Help immediately if you're injured.
Here's a memento.
I've got your backs.
Make sure to look after yourself.
Next up, I'll do this. Aw, dang it, he stepped out of range at the last second.
I'm heading into plenty of scared dog.
I'm gonna need something much better. I should not have put her up here. Alright, I'll take Hayes out. Let's bring Yato in for a little bit of support, even though that's basically nothing. Never mind. Alright, I'm going to swap Chav for her because we need some serious damage here while we're waiting for Hayes to recharge. And of course she can't provide it yet.
Roger, Wilco. Don't come any closer.
That's more like it. Okay, now we've got Hayes.
Like a shadow.
Let's see. I guess I'll take him out now.
Hostile in my sights.
I don't really have anyone to deal with these guys. Yato would get killed immediately.
Here, we have the will.
Duh. Victory or death.
Meow. How to meow this?
How has she been spotted? Is it because of this guy? Well, Yato can probably at least help with these dudes. Nope, still very marginal.
Mission accomplished.
After helping Techno, Iana and Doc visit the street art community, but get into a misunderstanding with the respected firefighter Diaz, and take their first tour of the community's culture while on the run.
Nice. If you were born in Siracusa, you would have been a great hunter.
I had no idea she was from Siracusa. Put on your masks. We will dim the lights and enjoy a dance in the controllable unknown. Orgenium explosive. Explodes when destroyed, stunning all nearby units and dealing damage. Ah, yes, these things. So it might be time to bring out the big guns now. So we'll do this my way. Of course, the other way was also my way, but you know what I mean. Though I do still want to bring in the whole team. Just for fun. Okay. Of course, we want good healers. Only the best. We probably don't want wide range ops because of all the explosives.
Is this the rendezvous point?
Of course, I could entirely be wrong. Let's bring in Texas. April might be good. Let's say Archetto, just because I don't use her as much as I'd like. And of course we'll want some kind of a caster in here. Let's go with Golden Glow. I don't use Golden Glow much. Eager to get the medicine off his hands, the Capitan instead draws the attention of Team Rainbow. Tequila also tracks down the delivery. Going after the same thing, the two sides almost come to blows.
Please double check your protective gear. Also, remember
Explodes when defeated, stunning and dealing physical damage to all surrounding units.
regular
Well,
status reports.
so let's just do that early.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
You saw nothing.
I can't attack it.
Need speed to succeed.
Hey!
Serious now.
That was perfect timing. But maybe I should have gotten a longer ranged archer. Oh well, I'll do this.
CP quiet. Moving to designated location.
Let's put her here.
Gathering intel.
Oh, I should have placed her a little further forward.
I got this.
Gather around me, guys! 어느 화살을 사용하면 되나요?
Okay, so his invisibility counters the Gersmot. Got it.
An eye for here's a memento.
Gathering intel.
Don't worry, you got me.
Target detected.
Okay, I can take her out.
I'm headed into the thick of it.
Let's do that. And that. And this.
Not my wish to take lives.
명령을 내리할 시위에는 세 가지 선택이. 적에겐 세 가지 고난이 있답니다.
They'll be lucky to make it past this corner. Is it just dogs now? It is. It's weird that they bother spacing them out like that sometimes. Of course, not all the teams we deal with are competent. Team Rainbow resolves the misunderstanding with Techno and gets to experience the creativity and vitality of the artists. Ella passes on what she sees to Raynell and hopes he would go and see the street art community for himself. Raynell seems open to the idea. Well, that's cool.
I'm sorry. Was I too fast for you?
The norm here is shocking to anywhere else. The norm anywhere else is nothing but a shackle here. Hey there, Lord Galaxy. He said, well, good morning from Germany. Glad to have a German friend watching, too. I recall that you were the new guy in my friend's Discord channel earlier. Glad you made it to this thing. It's actually almost done, but I still got a little while, maybe another half hour. Tell me, Lord Galaxy, are you familiar at all with Arknights or Rainbow Six Siege? Maru said, you have Discord? Yes, I do have Discord. You can find a link to my Discord stream channel in my Twitch profile. At least it should be there, unless something has happened since I last put it there, which was admittedly forever ago. It is not the same channel that Lord Galaxy came from, though. It is my personal channel. Lord Galaxy said, only played a bit of Rainbow Six a few months ago, but rage quit from random headshots. Fair enough. Maru said, can't see it. About me says no content. Huh. Well, my dog's barking her head off, so I know you just got here, Lord Galaxy, but I'm gonna go deal with my dog, and then I'll see what I can do about the Discord link before I continue. I'll be right back, everyone. Alright, I'm back. Let's see if we can't figure out that Discord issue quick. I really should have paused my... because I record my streams while I'm streaming them for later YouTube upload. So, I really should have paused that. I'll have to edit it later. I really should have paused my... because I record my streams... hold on. While I'm streaming them for... Okay. Let's see. Lord Galaxy said welcome back, thank you. Is it in settings? Okay, yeah, I'm seeing them there on my end. I've got one that says join my Discord channel for updates on my streams, and one that says go here for past streams and other content. That's my YouTube. And that's in the About page for me. So can y'all tell me if you can find that? Find the About page on my Twitch profile, and see if you can find the Discord and YouTube links there.
I'm here.
Maru said no. How about you, Lord Galaxy? Are you able to find those?
Picked up a few new tricks.
Maru said, how about link it in chat just for now? Suppose I can? There you go. That's really weird that you can't find that, though. I've been mentioning it for months now in my videos, and no one's ever said before that they can't find it. Lord Galaxy said, nope, can't find it sadly too. The info page is empty. It should be on the About page. About the Winter Prince 52. Hey there, Faiku! You're late! I've been streaming for 2 hours, man! Maru said, I'm currently using Android. Maybe it's an issue with the app. Maybe. It might be. How you been, Faiku? You can see I already got Ella. I already got all 3 of them, in fact. Faiku said, I'm good. Cool. I haven't heard from you in a while, Faiku. Granted, I haven't streamed Arknights much either. It's been a busy as heck summer. Glad it didn't take 120 pulls. Heck yeah, I got it in 30. I used 3 10 pulls. I got Iana in the first one, Doc in the second one, and all 3 characters in the third one. Lord Galaxy said, can be that it doesn't show up on the phone. It might be the case. I wonder if there's a way to remedy that. Whoops. That is not what I meant to do. Okay, yeah, so I need to unlock the I need to unlock this thing to allow the melee tile deployment. As much as I love this story, Faiku, where it has been agreed upon by the chat that I skip the cutscenes and move on with the gameplay. Ah, we have one of these now. Reinforces a forward barricade, increasing its max HP and defense. Let's see, what else was there to mention? Oh yeah! Lord Galaxy said he didn't know anything about this game. So you've played Rainbow Six at least enough to be familiar with it. Arknights is a gacha tower defense game. Hey there, Wailing Ice! Were you attracted to Arknights or were you attracted to the similar username? And is that a Destiny ghost you've got next to your name too, sir? Or madam? Or non-binary? Wailing said, okay, let's be honest here, calling Arknights a tower defense is not that true. I mean, that's technically what it is. But yes, it is very different from most tower defense games. It's a lot more tactical. Tactical tower defense is what a lot of people call it, really. But hey, glad to have you here. It's nice to see a few new folks. Ice is enough, and yeah, I saw the winter in the name. I said, is this one of my people? But are you sure you're not one of my people? I am the prince.
Even by the highest standards.
And you're just a screaming glacier. So yeah, I guess I'll explain a little more of Arknights for those not familiar. I'm not insulting you, Ice, don't worry. I'm just cracking jokes. I'm glad to have you here, really. Alright. So yeah, Arknights has lots of characters, and this is not the first time they've done a big crossover thing. They've also done Monster Hunter, as you can see with this dude here. Ice said, did you ever hear the sound of a giant glacier on the extreme north break? I don't remember. I might have actually heard that. I've heard a lot of crazy sounds. Have you ever heard the sound of ice flexing when you throw rocks on it? Specifically on a lake? I think that's a super neat sound. Don't tell me you don't have Kieran. Why are you showing Noir? Because Noir was the first one that showed up. I do have Kieran. And in fact, currently, well, as far as crossover events go, the only characters I do not have are the first Rainbow Six characters, because I did not start playing Arknights until about a month after that happened. And I was really disappointed, and that's part of why I'm super hyped about this one, is because we're getting them back. I can have my chance to collect them, and then I'm on my way to having every single character in the game. That one's banner's coming next. Yes, it is. I'm excited for it. But also, even though I don't play Rainbow Six, I have played it once, and Rainbow Six is one of those games that's like, I totally would have played it in its heyday, if not for the fact that I was super into Destiny and Warframe at the same time, and going to trade school at the time. But if not for those, I totally would have been into Rainbow Six Siege, and I am, surprise, surprise everyone, here's a little bit of news, I'm considering putting together some friends to try and play Rainbow Six with me. Because goodness knows, I'm gonna get my butt kicked going into this late in its lifetime. But if I'm with some folks, that are just as terrible. Maybe things will be a little more interesting. And that's if I can even play it and stream it properly on this computer. The one time I played it was on a different computer. I said I'm not sure if I'll pull on Ash Banner. They didn't add any character I like a lot with the collabs. Nock, Dokebi, or Izanami, I would kill to get one of them. Those would be cool. I don't really remember who they are. I don't think I've ever heard of Nock. But I'm a pull on it anyway because I aim to collect all the characters in the game. I says I didn't play the game in a while. It was going downhill. Heard good things about current season though. I haven't heard much about it at all. Maru said, did you buy the collab skins? Yes, I did.
Your workload is clearly excessive, even by the highest standards.
You saw it with
Take a rest.
They're already equipped, but yes, I bought all of them. I can't wait to get to Chanka. Good old Tachanky Kang. He looks so goofy in chibi form. Like, these do not look like the same dude. His head looks so small in this image and so large in this one. It's just super goofy. But yes, I don't plan on skipping on anything. Heck, I regret skipping Typhon. I was saving up for this event because I thought it'd be happening way earlier. But I decided not to bother saving up too much because too many good characters came out this year. And on the bright side, Typhon will be available at other times. I can get Typhon again. I said Nock is Vigil on attack. She's my favorite attacker as she can hide from cams and has silencers on everything. They nerfed her and she kinda sucked last I checked. Dokebi is the hacker girl with a DRM that calls your phone. Izanami is the newest of the three. She's a defender that can throw kunais that can make circular concrete walls. So I'm willing to bet the reason they went with the characters they did for Arknights is because they were the easiest to implement in Arknights gameplay. Because I have no idea how you're going to include Dokebi's hacker feature in this game, because what's that going to do? It exposes location by sound. That's not going to work in this game. It could maybe work for revealing invisibility, but these characters already have that and then some. Nock, let's see. Hide from cams and has silences on everything. Once again, I don't know how that would be implemented in this game and without significantly changing the character to make a difference. Izanami, maybe. I don't know about the concrete walls, other than defense. Ice says, how did pulls go? I got Doc on the first... no, I got Iana on the first pull, Doc on the second pull, and all three characters on the third pull. They were 10 pulls, by the way. Groups of 10. Lord Galaxy said, well, now I'm curious of how this game actually looks, and not only the lobby, if you can call that. Yeah, fair enough. Lots of chat happening. It's been a while since my chat's been this active. It's exciting. I'm a little bummed that I was planning to turn this off in a few minutes, because it is a work night, unfortunately, but I'll extend it a little bit. I can afford that. I'm used to it. I says, I only did the free 10, got Iana and Ayla, not going to keep going for Doc, so maybe I get him on the second free 10, maybe I don't. That's true, I forgot there was another free 10. But I wasn't planning on streaming this too many times, just because I can probably get it all done in one night if I really scramble. Alright, looking at the map here, we have 2 airborne spawns right next to the exits. Hoo boy. So we're probably going to want some anti-air facing this way, oddly enough. But then we got these guys coming down the middle, so I want to hold them off probably in here. Ice says you have a niche, etc. What do you mean? You asking if I have a specific way that I like to play? Yeah, or some operators you like a lot. I like brute forcing, to be honest. I'm a big fan of feeling overpowered. Just because I'm scrawny weak sauce in real life. So, any operator that just makes utter chaos on the enemy, I absolutely love it. For example, you can always find Reed Alter and NTR in my team. I've used Reed Alter a few times. She's not a main for me, but she's not bad. I'm trying to remember who NTR is here. Faiku said brute force is the way. Let's see what we got. Just for fun, I'm gonna keep bringing in our Rainbow Six ops. Whoops, there goes Doc. And Ella. Not Weedy. Iana. Neural the Radiant Knight. Right. I didn't get her until way later, so I sometimes forget that she's called that. Okay, so we are going to want defenders. Actually, you know what? Just for fun. Where'd he go? Let's grab Briafida again. Let's say Shu and Jessica the Liberated with middle skill. Let's have some quick anti-air in the form of Exusier and Blue Poison. Lord Galaxy said, I don't know if that's the game for me if I have to remember what everyone does. I said, man, I still don't have Jessica Alter. Jessica Alter's great. You only kind of have to remember what everyone does, depending on what characters you have. If you play with low-level characters, or if there's like a very specific thing you need to do to beat a level, it's good to remember what characters can do. With as much variety as I've got now, I can kind of just throw out the top tiers of their specific classes and I'm good. And that's a lot easier for me, admittedly. But this is like some late game content you're looking at here. The game's meta has changed a lot over the years. Hey, I will say though, if you jump into the game right now, you get 10 free draws. And if you manage to pull Ella or somebody else of particular note, like another 6-star or something, you've probably got a good head start on getting into higher level content. To be frank, game is at a great time to jump in. Frickin' any time this year has been a great time to jump in, let's be honest. Oh my word, this has been a great year for characters. Not as good as the Shu event time, but there is tons of events coming in and a lot of strong characters. Yes. Yes, indeed. And Shu's great and all, but let's be honest, you can kind of do without Shu if you're new to the game. Kind of. Shu's a healer, but you can work around not having a healing guard. Maru said, I skipped a ton of banners. I'm mostly happy with my current setup and barely changed it outside of the other game modes. I says, I got all of the Sui siblings. I went to 300 for Shu. I needed her. I got all of them with Shu. I got Shu, I got Dusk, and I got, frickin' Sui Regulator guy. And that was all the ones I had left to get. Also, am I the only one that thinks Dusk is surprisingly underrated? Let's go with extra healing just in case. Maru says, I only save if I really want the operator or if the operator's true limited. I says she is underrated with her module, she's very good. I don't even have her module yet, but she's still very good. In fact, here, let me finish setting up this team quick. Let's bring out, wait a minute, I forgot to set up vanguards. Let's say Saga in Texas.
Huh? I'm heading to the battlefield too?
having these two units on here is interesting. For all 4 of these characters are subclasses that I would normally not use. So this is going to be a little interesting. Lord Galaxy says, I never really download games where I see too many ads for it. Just seems weird to me that they're trying too hard. Honestly, I got Arknights partially because of ads and partly because another game I wanted to play was not active at the time. I really wanted to play Battle Nations, but that game was and still is currently offline. And I'm saying currently because it turns out there's a bunch of fans that are working to bring the game back. They're working to reboot Battle Nations. And I'm excited about that, but the project's still ongoing as far as I know. But, I liked Battle Nations because it had, like, turn-based combat and stuff like that combined with base building. And so, and I thought about Arknights because Arknights had great music for its, ads, but all the ads I saw for it were just, like, animations and never showed any actual gameplay. So I googled, does Arknights have base building? And they were like, yeah. Well, technically it doesn't. But I tried Arknights anyway. And I got into it and I started to really like it. I was mostly impressed by the storytelling at first. The cutscenes are way too freaking long. Oh my gosh, they're so long. I don't have time for them anymore. But the gameplay was really interesting as well. I was intrigued by how much tactical prowess is in it. And I do love a good tactical game. But there's not a lot of good tactical games out there that aren't absurdly difficult puzzles from the very beginning. This game has a decent learning curve. It's got really cool character designs. And I know people say that about a lot of gachas, but when do you see characters like this in a gacha game, just covered in gunnery, mixed with characters like this dude here? And heck, when do you see characters that look like this in a gacha game, that actually look like a full-blown 40-year-old uncle? You don't get those in other gacha games. The quality of this game is insane compared to other gacha games. I said, dude, the music of Arknights is so dang good. Maru said, I got Arknights because of friend influence, and I want to get into the story, but I'm too lazy. Maru said, and the music too. Yes, everything about this game is just constantly impressive. Let's see, who did I just swap out from Linar? Winar. As a W sound. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's hop into the actual gameplay and see how this goes. Oh, real quick before I do, I just built this summoner team. I don't know if it's actually going to work. But the whole idea is all of these characters can summon something in some way. And I was like, how would that be to have an entire team that their whole deal is just working around the deployment limit? Wailing Ice says, GG is a bit pushing it. I suddenly forget who GG is. Golden Glow, right. Yeah, she's pushing it a bit. I ran out of ideas for summoners there. The Arts Festival runs into a few obstacles and Team Rainbow helps them out. Meanwhile, Raynell invites someone over to repair an expensive music box that belonged to his mother. I said Black Knight? Ling? Yeah, Black Knight. Black Knight is a tactical vanguard, which means she summons a creature onto the battlefield, and then she supports it herself. Ling is just an actual summoner that has the best summons in the game. What's the question about that? Also, as I said, Lord Galaxy, the cutscenes in this game are stupid long. I watched the cutscenes for the first few levels earlier, like earlier in the stream, but now I'm skipping them just to save most of the story for folks who haven't seen it yet, and so that we can get into the gameplay. I don't want to bore everyone. Oh, I said, wait, did you have them in the team? I didn't see them. Yes, I had them in the team. Can't have a summoner team without Ling. He said, ah, my bad then. No problem, man.
The dying of the light.
Okay, where should I put my units down? This music is sick already. Well, I guess let's go for the front. That's where vanguards go, isn't it?
Draw swords.
Next up, support. And I'll put him here because Saga has a bit of an HP backup in how she works.
Got it. Shut up.
We off it a...
Seatbelts, everyone. I'm starting the meter now.
So now I've got defense and healing between these two guys. What is that? Okay.
All right, I'll guard this place well. A cape wildfire won't burn me down. A capable helping hand? Me?
Wait a minute. Did he just buff the defense of Doc? Okay. That's not supposed to happen. Let's do this.
This is the battlefield.
And this. You go here. You go here.
My poison is...
You can't stop me.
Ah, and my units are already all taken up.
I'm headed into the thick of it.
And pull you out. I guess I'll bring you in.
A word I've not heard.
Let's see. Faiku said Doc's S2 can get really crazy in IS. Oh man, I'm sure. XU and Blue Poison are my two main snipers, and I haven't changed them for months, years even, says Maru. Fair enough. I don't use them very often, personally, but when it comes to straight anti-air, they're pretty good. It took me a long time to see the value of Blue Poison, though. She is overhyped as heck. And they're like, oh, she deals arts damage. Yeah, barely.
Roger, Wilco.
Alright, let's speed up the gameplay a bit.
Roger, Wilco.
I wasn't
Whoop.
supposed to act, but
In position, drawing a bead on the target.
sow the mountains when summer leaves the white dew. Seed the plains when equinox paints russet hue. Poison hints.
Okay, doing good so far. I didn't bring any casters. Those big guys back there might be a problem.
Alright, wildfire won't burn me down.
Don't come any closer.
Okay, since we've got healers and such going on. I'm going to do this.
Jim.
No. Gosh dang it.
I wasn't supposed to act.
That did not work out as planned.
When summer leaves the white dew. Seed the
Whoops, I
plains
accidentally
when
resized the
equinox
window.
paints russet
Hold on.
hue.
Hold on a minute. Things are going nuts. And no block. Okay. This team is not good.
Go. Don't worry about me. I've got a lifesaver license, you know?
Oh, shush. You're fine. I said, honestly, I didn't think I will get her, so I don't have the chips for Ela right now. Waiting for chip stage to build mine. Fair enough. Okay, new team setup. I will take out Iana and drop in best emergency unit,
Order confirmed.
Texas.
Crystal clear.
Let's see. Shalem's all the way over here? Gosh dang. I thought I leveled up Shalem higher than that. I guess it's only 10 points below Asbestos, though. Yeah, let's use Asbestos. Haven't used her in a while. Should be good, should be interesting. Yeah, let's see how this goes. So, Lord Galaxy, just to explain things a little bit, Arts Damage is this game's version of magic damage. It basically ignores defense. However, there are ways to defend against it, and that is in the form of resistance. The giant guy that came through here, granted I guess I could have looked at his stats a bit, he has extremely high regular defense, but probably fairly low arts defense. Or resistance, in other words. But I didn't have any arts attackers on my team, so it was I wasn't doing well for that reason.
Get going! Quickly!
Shut up.
But now I have Texas here, who deals a ton of arts damage and can be dropped in and out as I please, pretty much.
I've got you up close to me.
Magma will dredge up Originium veins. Keep your distance.
Healers.
The battlefield.
Let's speed it up a bit.
Don't leave bloodstains. They're hard to clean.
Apple pie.
Got it. Cut them to pieces.
Don't worry.
Okay, that's good.
Awaiting orders.
Let's drop in Asbestos here. Fun fact, that's an airplane door that she's modified into a shield. And out she comes.
I won't take a single step back.
So now we have physical damage and arts damage covered in front of both of them.
In position.
Maru said, dang, really? I don't use Asbestos. Yeah, really.
Won't push me back.
Requesting permission of fire.
Asbestos is not bad if you know how to use her. Lord Galaxy says I'm still trying to figure out what actually happens. Feel free to ask anything you don't understand. There is a fair bit, but most of what can be understood can be... You can figure it out just by watching. Oh gosh, there's so much stunning going on.
Drawing the bead on the target.
Oh, I've lost track of my cursor.
Don't come any closer.
Okay, 2 units left. So I'll take him out.
Me?
Alright. I think we're good.
Mission accomplished.
And here we have Ella and Fuse. Team Rainbow works with Techno to fix the malfunctioning festival puppets. The dancing puppets' first rehearsal blows minds.
To fight to the very end. That's our destiny.
Kindly lower your voices, for the curator is currently greeting guests. He sends his regrets that he could not personally give the tour. Barricade blocks the enemy's line of sight, preventing direct shots. Ah, we've got a one-way road this time, but a lot of barricades. These are barricades, by the way. They are unique to this particular story series. Not obvious airborne spawns this time. So I think we can get away with using Ella again. I could probably keep her back here as backup. Oh wait, she was already in the team. I'll take out Briofita as well. Let's bring in some actual casters. Let's say Golden Glow for fun.
Really a use for me on the front?
Let's say Ling, just in case things go super south.
1,000 times. A city lone in desolation, vivid in the mind's eye.
Last night, a pair of giant wooden puppets appeared in the street art community. Their magnificence shocked everyone who had the opportunity to see them. News of the rehearsal has made it all across Dosalis. Miłosz has found Ella and is hoping she can persuade the community to postpone the arts festival, but both the community and Raynell have their reasons to run the festival on that exact day. By the way, Lord Galaxy, I have done other streams where I specifically went through the effort of trying to explain the game to anyone that wasn't familiar with this type of game. So if you're really curious about the game and you want to see more, you can go track those down, or I can probably link you to them. I guess you do have a direct contact link to me now on Discord.
I prepared a gift for you. Like it? Takuan.
Awaiting orders. You can't stop me.
Let's put her here. Doc right behind. Let's put her here.
Roger, Wilco. Don't come any closer.
If you're wondering about the different languages being spoken here, some characters have more language options than others. Let's put it that way. Some characters have multiple voice options in multiple languages. Some of them only have one or two. Yeah, I'll put her here. Lord Galaxy says, well, I'm waiting for the in-game download to finish. I don't know why they don't put it on the normal download when you install the game. I think it's because when you install the game, you get, like, the base game, and then it has to install all the updates that have happened since the base game.
Got it.
Especially because they probably, like, add or remove content that's... and stuff like that. This game is updating all the time. Maru says, do you always use one-time speed outside of farming? No, I don't. In fact, I just sometimes forget to turn the speed up on a mission that I'm not immediately farming. Because usually I am farming, and so the speed is already doubled. So sometimes I forget to turn it up if I'm doing a new mission. I also always keep it slow at the beginning, just in case.
Volcanic soot contains lots of
I didn't realize Golden Glow was almost dead. Let's use her ability here just to mess with these guys that are standing there.
In position. Don't come any closer.
Mario says, one times feels so slow for me. It does, especially on missions with lots of waiting, like this one. Seriously. Why am I still waiting here? There are no enemies on this map. There we go. I bet that was so these guys could move, but I killed them already. So the game just kind of didn't know what to do with itself for a second. That barrier is going to be broken pretty soon. Thanks to these bombardiers. The bombardiers. Let's do this.
Intoxicant is ready. Honey to me. Poison to you.
Alright, I'll take them out so they don't break every barrier in the game.
Can I really do it?
Easy frickin' peasy. Woo! Check out that view. Wow, this dude with that behind him looks super weird. And here we have Candela, I believe the mayor of Dosilis? I don't know what her rank actually is. She's essentially the owner of the whole gosh dang city, or something like that. And a very conniving woman, but like in a weirdly good way. After finding himself manipulated by Renel multiple times and under pressure from the coalition government, El Capitan finds himself at the end of his rope. He makes up his mind and unleashes a most cruel plan.
May my hail of bullets bring you eternal peace.
Oh, by the way, I was talking about the Sancta earlier. She is one such Sancta, wielding a Chris Vector as her primary weapon of choice. Despite it being another universe where technically the Chris Vector shouldn't exist. Oh, I almost forgot, we can get Fuse now. Obtained medal Friend of Chaos, cool.
Code name Fuse. I said everything I need to. Let's get to it.
Let's grab this. And another. We have two more tactical installations we can bring in. Temporary cover intercepts direct shots from nearby enemies for 1 second, can be used up to 4 times. Only 1 second? That's pathetic. I would expect at least 5. It's like block 1 attack. Mine Deployer sends a detection line forward that extends until it reaches high ground. Enemies that cross the detection line will be tagged with time bombs that also detonate originium explosives when they explode. I'll add that to my equipment, thank you. Alright, let's... There we go. Why is it still blinking for me? Okay, I guess it's just stuck that way now.
I'm here.
Bruh, even the notification thing for this has changed. So, Lord Galaxy, you can change stuff on this home screen. It's super neat. This is a really new feature. This is the default look that the game had, and they recently added all these new options. And you've also got different backgrounds with their own theme music. Here's the place the song to come from. Very bright, very pretty. Looks very peaceful too. We also got actual songs with like lyrics and stuff in them. I don't know if this menu music has the lyrics, but this song actually does have lyrics. This song is almost too pretty to be main menu music. I'm working toward Genesis. Maru said I have the C1. I just got it, like, over the weekend, finally. Lord Galaxy said, oh gosh, the only character that got me banned in Rainbow Six? You mean Fuse? Maru said, set on my screen. Cool. And yeah, this is the Rainbow Six background. And of course we're running that. Let's deal with the base real quick before we move on.
Rhodes Island's interior. I'm lost.
So yeah, you got like
say it's reminiscent.
base mechanics for farming materials and such.
I'm here.
You got a store for skins and draw materials. I don't know if you saw that. Ash is also in this game, but she comes in the next event, which was technically the first event. Same for Tachanka. And there are one or two. There's also Frost and Blitz that came in that event. Okay, Fuse. Attack range +1, attack +10%, attack speed +60. He's a Centurion. Ah, I didn't realize that. $100 ammo? Ooh.
I'll find some time to watch them.
Ah! I used him on Doc. Faiku said 100 ammo poggers. Oh well. Also, yeah, look at this. This game has 13 chapters of a main story with like 22 missions per chapter. It has multiple backstories and future stories. Lone Trail was dope as heck. Lots of side stories, just random fun stuffs to do. Blah, 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 blah. You've got farming-specific levels. You've got pseudo-endless missions, and I say pseudo-endless because they throw several hundred enemies at you and that change up their tactics every once in a while, and you just gotta deal with that. This game mode I have pretty much never touched except for when it first released. Just because I'm awful at it, it's supposed to play a little bit more like a deck builder type of game. But, I don't know, I've never quite figured it out, and I've never really cared much about it. I prefer the regular gameplay. We've also got two different, what's it called? Two different roguelike modes. With this one already having 3 different chapters to follow through. And you've got these missions, which are currently unavailable. They show up every once in a while, that let you adjust the difficulty of the mission. This game has so much content, which only improves my respect for it. Also, hello Lula Gaming, glad to have you here. They said best activated skill 1 ever, referring to Fuse's skill 1, good to know. Faiku said welcome. Lulu said Lone Trail's kind of meh for me. I don't know, it's just someone that went to space to sleep. That game mode is... They said that game mode is easy. I assume you're referring to Rim Zone. I'm just awful at it. It's not... Deck building's not really my thing most of the time. There are some that I'm good at that I like Balatro, but... I don't know. I didn't like this game mode. Couldn't really wrap my head around it. Maru said, I used to like Triple S, but now I'm lazy. That's referring to the highest possible difficulty for this one, I believe. Lulu said, the roguelike can be played forever. It's pretty fun. Yes, I absolutely love the roguelike modes. So anyway, let's get back into these missions, because it's getting really late for me. Glad to have you here, Lulu. You said it's just someone that went to space to sleep. Not quite. For one, Lone Trail's gameplay was just fun. The themes were cool, the music was cool, the characters were great. But secondly, the story is not just someone going to space to sleep. It's in the lore of Arknights, the first time anyone has ever made it to space, period. And they discover that there's a huge barrier around their world, and it's like, why is there a barrier around the planet? Why is there a barrier around the planet? Why has no one ever made it to space before? And you've got like 3 different companies that are misunderstanding what the goal of the space mission is. You get backstories into some of the coolest characters in the game. Lone Trail was awesome, man. Well, this is looking interesting. So, they have no way to reach the exit without breaking down some barriers for sure. So they can either go this way, or they can go this way. Fascinating. Well, I think I know who I want to put there. So let's rearrange this squad a little bit. Actually, hold on, let me look at that map again. I'm gonna take out Doc. I'm gonna bring in Gaviel the Invincible.
You get to follow me under one condition. You all stay alive and well. Got it?
I want to swap out blue poison for... You know what? Let's do the Mostoma and Dust combo. Let's swap out Exusier as well. No, Ling. Swap out Ling for this.
Don't keep me too long.
Just so you're aware, Lulu, I actually do really want to read this story, but the cutscenes are so long that I'm skipping the dialogue on stream. El Capitan sends his men to the community under the guise of a fire inspection. Its residents escape under cover, but the prep work on the arts festival meets a destructive end.
ETA 6 mics.
Oh, they just immediately break that down. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop you
You ran into me.
early on here.
Need speed to succeed. Let's begin.
I think that placement works. Faiku says, I'm quite surprised that most of the enemies in the event are silenceable. Are they?
Volcanic soot contains lots
I did not know that.
of particles.
I haven't tried it.
Let's not stay too long.
Let's put this here just to see what happens. And now you can go here.
The rest is up to you guys.
Maru said, time to bring Lapland. Yep, sounds like it.
Cut them to pieces.
It's not my wish to take lives.
Why that one, dude?
And I don't move.
She's not doing much to him now that he's not stunned anymore. Oh well. That's what I brought these characters for.
With all of you behind me, I won't take a single
Maru
step
said insta-bonk.
Got it.
I don't know for sure what you're referring to.
Awaiting orders.
And I'll take her out now. If anyone's wondering why I put her here, it's as backup, in case somebody gets through.
Times are tense. Get away from me, please!
I didn't even think of bringing Fuse. I forgot to add him to the team. Whoops.
Roger, Wilco. Requesting permission to fire.
Alright, let's turn up the speed now. I keep forgetting to do that. Mario says the defender is destroying the barricades in one hit. Yep. Insta-bonk. You're right. I'm used to bonk referring to hitting a person, so...
And I've ate this!
Doctor, relax! It'll be over in an instant!
Nope, she got stunned.
A tooth for eat this!
Uh-oh.
Good luck. You will not come to harm. Mission accomplished.
That was close. Those guys are tough. You want to take them out before they reach the exit, it seems. As I kind of figured would be the case, but I didn't expect them to be that strong. Not against the actual units. Ella tries to confirm Raynell's innocence, only for him to choose not to defend himself. The community residents are outraged when they learn about this, and with El Capitan's spies fanning the flames, the residents decide to march toward the Galleria.
I managed to help a little, didn't I?
Pardon me, I'm debating if I want to keep going or if I call it a night, because it is currently 1:13 a.m. and I do still have work in the morning. As close as I am to the end, I should probably call it here, because I do have to take care of my dog while the parents are out. Family's out of town, by the way. I wish I didn't still live with family, but I do, such as the modern economy. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I forgot they do that. Mario said take care of Doggo. Yep, that's the plan. I also need to take care of myself. I can't be too tired at work. I work in security.
Rhodes Island's interior. I'm lost as to whether I should say it's reminiscent.
That was another reason I stuck with the Arknights for so long, was because I worked at a security location where I didn't have much else to do except watch YouTube or play mobile games. So I played a lot of Arknights over the course of that year. I miss being able to do that. I miss having the time to read the stories and everything. Let's level up Fuse.
Good, thank you. No problem. I'll find some time to watch them.
How has his skills been upgraded now? Attack speed plus 75. Can I make those 3 things? I can, quite easily, actually. Let's see. Lord Galaxy said, also just a heads up, I mostly like to just watch or listen to streams, so I'm not that active in chat. Fair enough. I would like a lot more activity in chat if I can get it, but you do you. I ain't gonna stop ya. Just having you here is nice. I used to stream every night, but that's been really hard to do this summer.
No. Good.
Ah, he was really happy about that. No? Good. Ooh. Fuse happy. What does this do? While above 50% HP, reduces the amount of physical damage taken by 20%. Gains 32% ranged physical resistance and plus 6% defense. Alright, so mostly just a big defense buff. And sadly, Fuse doesn't get a neat skin. Just E2 art. Shame. Faiku said, ah yes, 6% definitely truly useful. I mean, it's mostly just meant to be a stat boost. Well, anyway, I think that's gonna have to be it for the night. I didn't want it to be. I wanted to get all the way through the story, but not the case yet. However, this probably won't be the last time I stream this. I might stream more of it tomorrow, or maybe I'll just do the stories, and then when the secondary missions come out, maybe then I'll finish it on stream, because there will be plenty to do. Then again, I'll want to see the rest of the story. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll finish it tomorrow. I know. I'll finish the story tomorrow, and then I'll do some of this right here. Maybe a bit of the sand. We'll see. But yeah, these are exciting times, people, and this is an exciting time to get into this game. So if any of you do not play Arknights, but you're interested, now's a great time to hop in and check things out. I'm told that the tutorial is long, and the game gets massively more interesting once you finish the tutorial. But with that in mind, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Normally I'd say you can find my YouTube channel and Discord channel in my bio, but apparently some folks couldn't find that. It might just be a quirk with the mobile version, though. I don't know. But here, I'll leave the Discord link in chat one more time here for anyone that wants to join my stream Discord. In there, you can get updates, you can talk to me, stuff like that. Or you can go to my YouTube to see past streams and other content that I've made. If you're watching this on YouTube, you may find my Twitch at TheWinterPrince52. And I believe that's about everything. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment. I do love a good comment. Do the following, do all that jazz if you feel up for it. And in the meantime, have a good night, everyone.